Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat, and even 60 yards.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Richardson out of the shotgun. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor from 6 yards away. And the Colts will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was all finished off by the Jonathan Taylor touchdown catch. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Richardson. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Here now, a third down and 8. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Gay is on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to... Nothing first quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So first and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. After the sack here, second and 11. Up the middle with Barkley. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Hurts. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. And now Mitchell, 38 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Colts are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. And this complete to Mitchell. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Throw right side complete to Dotson. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got some space here. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, 61 yards. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. and he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Taylor. The offense on 3rd down tonight. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. That is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Second and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This now a 3rd and 4. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Barkley, inside handoff. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And down to the 36-yard line here. 84 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And just shutting him off there. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is 2nd and 8. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. But the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal, there was a huge interception.
Look at the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. Now it's Richardson. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing.
He's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our... You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. It could be a drop.
I would say so. They're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Back to throw here. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 40 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson ready for this next possession. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Richardson looking to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort, and that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adnan Mitchell with an amazing diving catch. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hand. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Here now, 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Zaire Franklin. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now Richardson. Touchdown, Colts! Kylan Granson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And now here is another interception. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. Complete, it's Dotson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Another try for Barkley. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem.
Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Throwing on 2nd and long. Richardson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. He's to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Back now here on EA Sports. For the 4th quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2nd and 9. Here's Richardson to throw. Throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Richardson looking to throw this. It's caught. Mitchell. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Richardson back to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Richardson. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Richardson working from the gun. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Taylor. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles now down by 10. Just under 2 minutes to go. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. And Dotson, he's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. Able to fight through 1 tackle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and Give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing now is Richardson. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. And now Mitchell, 32 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Richardson will throw for it. It's complete, and he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles's defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball,